Welcome to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Welcome to round 7. We are at Donington Park, the Grand Prix Loop, and we are with the amazing Caterham 7, a car that all the old folks like and should provide good racing as long as everyone behaves. These are the championship standings. Darren Head is the leader, followed by Diogo Silva, Simon Allen, Jorge Jesus, and Diogo Almeida. Pole position for Diogo Silva, followed by Simon Allen, Darren Head, Jorge Jesus, Kev Allen, and Stuart Brand in an excellent 6th place as they await the green light, and 12 laps of Donington Park have started, and it's a great start by Simon Allen. Simon Allen is going to try to go on the outside in turn 1, but Diogo Silva covers and leads into turn 1 of this Donington Park race. And at the back there's already some contact there between Frankie and 3 other drivers. I think that was Chris Winstanley there as they... Oh, there's a crash there. What was that? That's Simon Allen and Jorge Jesus got together, and massive carnage into the old hairpin. There is Barry Evans just avoiding all the carnage and managing to get to an excellent 5th place. But what was that? I think that Jorge Jesus was just trying to make a very ambitious move there on Simon Allen, and the move didn't work, and they collided, and they were just in the middle of the track in front of everyone else's. Darren Head, we haven't seen this, but Darren Head has gone into the lead of the race, and what a rocket start that was from Darren. Straight from 3rd into 1st, he leads this race. Now we are still in lap 1, now in the chicane, as we see Simon Allen trying to make a recovery race now. He's in 6th place behind Barry Evans. Scott Davely is right behind, and Simon Allen, I think, is going to go through as Barry goes into the grass, and here comes Scott Davely now on the inside at the hairpin. Ooh, and someone is on the inside of Scott. That was Jorge Jesus. That was a late lunge, but well done there by all drivers to keep it in one piece. Scott Davely gets 1 position, but loses also 1 position, so he pretty much remains where he was in the 1st place. Chris Russell also has recovered a position to Barry Evans, that's just dropping down the order after that excellent start and avoiding all that carnage. Stuart Brand, who qualified so well, also was affected by carnage on the descent to the old hairpin. He is now sitting in 11th place. Dale Taylor, I think, was the other driver involved in that turn 1 crash with Frankie. Frankie now in 10th place. Stuart Brand also recovering. He is now battling for 10th. And let's see for how long Frankie is going to maintain that position, as Jorge Jesus also continues to, he's near Simon Allen again. These two seem to be magnetically attracted to one another. There was a clash in the 1st race in Dubai, now another clash, and now they are close to one another as Diogo Silva is actually recovering ground to Darren Head. We are on lap 2, and Diogo is already right at the back of Darren, so we definitely have a race for the lead here. 3rd place man is Jambo. Jambo was one of the main beneficiaries of that turn 2, lap 1 incident, and he's sitting in 3rd place, but he's already 6 seconds behind, so you can see how much time has pretty much everyone lost except Darren Head and Diogo Silva, who shot into the lead of this race and therefore avoided that carnage because they were just in front of it. Now we finished lap 2. Alonso Fonso, Jorge Jesus is in 6th place, and Simon Allen also trying to recover 5th. They are now approaching. Simon Allen now gets into the grass. Simon Allen has made a mistake and loses now a position to Jorge Jesus, this time without drama, as Jorge continues to try to recover. He's now behind Kev Allen. Kev Allen almost seems as if he was letting him through. I think Kev Allen just missed the breaking point there at the old hairpin, and then off you go. Here comes also Simon Allen and Scott Davely, both go around Kev Allen, who has lost a lot of time, and we have a very, very tight field indeed today at this race, as they pretty much are so together that one mistake and you lose 3 or 4 places. That's what happened to Caterham there. He still has a lot of time to recover. We still have 10 laps to go as Frankie now is defending from Stuart Brand, but Stuart has got the inside line and I think he's going to get the job done here. Yes, on the back straight, Stuart goes into the top 10. Into 10th place. Barry Evans is still in 9th and Stuart is actually around 6 seconds behind Barry, so we'll keep an eye on that gap to see if Stuart is not making any progress whatsoever, because in fact he just lost the position again. Mistake there by Stuart Brand at the chicane, and he not only has lost 10th place, he has also lost the 11th place, now in possession of Chris Winstanley that got that position as Diogo Silva now is eyeing the lead of this race. Let's see how this is going to work, as these drivers are now starting to battle. Now we are on lap 4 and Diogo is trying to find a way around, and look at this, he's really close, and can he make a move now into the next corner? It seems that Darren is defending already and Diogo thinks better and leaves the move for another day. But this is excellent racing between these two drivers. What a battle it is now for the lead, and we still have 8 laps to go in this race. Copper Knob 75, that's Simon now, and Simon is recovering as he recovered and then made a small mistake at the first turn at Redgate corner, as he actually went past Jorge Jesus again without drama, and Simon now up to 4th place. Jorge down into 5th. Scott Davley is in 6th place. Chris Russell has recovered. No, it's not Chris Russell, it's Cavan. And here comes now Jorge Jesus on Simon now, and these two keep swapping positions every time that one of them makes a small error, the other immediately takes advantage of that error. And now it was Simon now, and there at the exit of the chicane, just running wide into the grass. Of course, track limits are automatically enforced in this track, because if you just go off the track, you've got, look at this, Cavallan has gone into the curbs and then into the grass, and this is what I was talking about. Very, very unforgiving circuit here with this grass that definitely doesn't help. Look at this, Diogo Silva is again, and in this section of the old hairpin, he's actually faster than Darren, and now he's coming at him. Can he make a move now into the next corner? He's trying to decide if he's going to go one side or the other, but doesn't make a move at this stage. But I think Diogo seems to have slightly more pace at this stage of the race, but he can't find a way to go around Darren, and we continue to see these two drivers now opening a gap of 9 seconds. It was 6 seconds a couple of laps ago. It seems to be a 2-horse race for the win here in race 1 of round 7. That is race 13, of this championship out of 20. And surprise, surprise, these two are also the 2 championship leaders. Darren Head is leading the championship, and Diogo Silva is in 2nd place. Simon Allen is not far behind. Look at this now, nice exit there from the hairpin by Diogo Silva, and he's really putting pressure now on Darren Head. Darren doing very well, making absolutely 0 mistakes here at Donington Park as they go and complete another lap. And now look at this, now Diogo has a pretty good exit from the last corner, and now he's going to try certainly to go into the first corner. Yes, he does, he goes into Redgate corner, but look at this, Darren Head protects inside. Excellent racing by both drivers. Oh, but he runs wide in Redgate corner, and here comes out Diogo Silva. Can he keep the momentum running? Yes, he can keep the momentum running, and they are side by side. And look at this is exactly what happened with Simon and George on lap 1, but this time round they give space to one another. And here comes Diogo Silva now to complete the move. Yes, he completes the move. Diogo Silva is the new leader of this race in lap 6, and that was excellent racing by both drivers here at Donington Park. Darren Head lost the position, but still is battling for the lead. Look at this nice battle here between Jorge Jesus and in front of him that's Jampo and Simon Allen. Simon goes into 3rd place. Jampo seems to be losing a little bit of pace there and lagging horribly. Oh dear, and there's this he collides with Jorge Jesus, but I think this was primarily caused because of the lag. I think that George was just trying to overtake him on the right, and clearly Jambo was lagging a little bit too much, and I think that was just an unfortunate incident there Jumbo loses 3rd place, he loses 4th place, in fact he loses a lot of places, he's down into 8th now. As let's see what is happening with the battle up front. Darren Head is a second behind Diogo Silva and he's lost a few tenths of a second. Diogo now seems to be well positioned for another win, his 4th of the season, but can he hold it together over the last few laps? Oh, and there was someone doing a shortcut there. I think it was Barry Evans. Yes, Barry Evans, who was 6 seconds ahead of Stuart Brand. Now those 6 seconds are more like 6 tenths of a second. And Stuart Brand nicely done there on the inside of the hairpin. And here he goes, and Stuart has been discreetly moving up the field. Last time we checked he was in 12th place, but now he is already in 9th. He got past Chris Winstanley, he got also past Frankie, and also now Barry Evans. So Stuart into 9th place. Now Jumbo is the next driver up the road, but he is still a few seconds behind us. Frankie now, oh, and someone has run off there, someone, that's Barry Evans. Barry Evans has run off and now drops into 12th place, or is it last? I don't think it's last, because Chris Winstanley is a couple of seconds behind this group. Dale Taylor is coming back to Old Fox Racing PlayStation and now trying to battle for 10th place with Frankie. Frankie trying to defend that 10th place there. Look at that, nice defending there from Frankie. Ooh, and Dale is off the road into the grass. He cannot just steer the car through the grass, but he does a good job of putting it back into the black stuff. Here comes Darren Head. Now Darren has actually gone closer to Diogo Silva. Now it's just 9 tenths of a second, well, more or less stable. The difference, it was a second in the last lap. Now 9 tenths of a second at the line, as we are already going through the final third of this race, and these two don't seem to disconnect from one another. Darren has certainly lost the lead, but he hasn't lost this battle yet. Dale Taylor now, after that incursion or excursion into the grass, has recovered ground again and is again trying to battle for 10th place. That's the hottest battle at the moment on the track. The other drivers are separated by 1 or 2 seconds, and look at that now, Dale Taylor making a nice exit from the last corner. Here comes the onboard from Dale Taylor's perspective. He's going into Redgate corner and he wants that 10th place. He can see that the other drivers behind him, Chris Winstanley and Barry Evans, are closing in, and I think he will want to make a move on Frankie before the other drivers have a chance to catch up. This is a nice battle for the last position in the top 10. Ahead of these drivers, Stuart Brand is in 9th, Jumbo is in... Oh, look at this, he's now going on the outside. Difficult move to execute, possible, but also very defendable, because the other driver can just keep the line. Now the inside here is also possible, but Frankie is not giving him chance. Now nice exit there. Now into the next corner, it's a right-hander and he's got the inside line. He brakes later than Frankie, and here comes Dale Taylor, nicely done, into 10th place. The South African driver goes into the top 10. Frankie loses a spot to become 11th. But it's not over yet, because he's coming back at him, and now into the braking point for the chicane, and Dale has made a small mistake there, but keeps the position. It's not over for sure, this battle for 10th place, and the other drivers are a few seconds behind. They could join in this battle quite easily, so let's keep an eye on that one. Scott Davely, where is he? Is in the top 5 position. That's nice work from Scott there. He is behind George Jesus. George and Scott have lost contact with Simon now, and that is 5 seconds up the road there. Look at this, Scott almost losing it there at the old hairpin, but recovers and is actually putting some pressure on George Jesus. Behind these drivers we have, not far behind, is Chris Russell, who is in 6th place. Kev Allen hasn't really recovered from that excursion into the grass at the old hairpin. And now look at this, Barry Evans. This is the battle for 12th place, and as you know, Old Fox Racing PlayStation is battles throughout the field, and they battle as hard for 12th place as they battle for the lead of this race. And Barry Evans wants that 12th place that is currently occupied by Chris Winstanley, so only a few laps to go here, and Barry is making a late challenge to get one additional position. Look at this, Chris seems to be struggling a little bit with grip in this Donington Park circuit. Frankie is in 11th place, and Dale Taylor has checked out of the American driver a couple of seconds ahead. So Dale seems to be well into the top 10. Frankie is trying not to lose contact with him as positions are now more or less stabilized. Look at this at the front. We've got 3 seconds, and I think it's probably game over at the front, unless, of course, Diogo Silva makes a mistake. He's got 3 seconds over Darren Head, and he's got 11 seconds over Simon Allen. Simon Allen actually hasn't lost a lot of time in addition to his the time that he lost on the first lap. So really quick driving there from Simon. But look at this, it's not over here. This is a battle for 4th place, and here comes Scott Devlin now on the outside there of Jorge Jesus. This is a very nice battle indeed, and George seems to be struggling with grip as well there as he tries to defend his 4th position from Scott Devlin. Now he's made a small mistake there. Can Scott Devlin take advantage? No, is the answer as they go nose to tail into the back straight. Now comes a braking point into the chicane, possible to overtake, but not trivial to overtake there for sure with this car in particular. As we go back, the cameras go back to Dale Taylor, who is of course sitting in 10th place, and he's now sitting outside of the, and he spins off from 10th place, and that's a disaster for Dale Taylor, who has worked so hard to get there. Now Frankie goes into 10th place again. 11th becomes Dale Taylor. No, 11th is Chris Winstanley now. That is doing a nice recovery there, and 12th is Barry Evans, and Dale Taylor only with that small mistake goes straight into last, and this shows how competitive this field is here at Donington Park. Scott Davley has lost a little bit of touch with Jorge Jesus, that seems to have found a little bit of pace and defend his 4th place with only a couple of laps to go. It seems to me that the gap at the top is stable. Look at this sliding there, beautiful slide, and a beautiful slide again into the old hairpin by Scott Davley. He isn't happy yet, and someone has gone off. That was George Jesus. That was George Jesus there in the background of the picture, and he seems to be stopped. He seems to be stopped or stuck in the grass. He's gone back now, but he's lost a few positions, and that's a disaster for George, who was in such a strong 4th place, and now loses a couple of positions, goes down to 6th. Can he hold into 6th? Yes, he's got 4 seconds over Kev Allen, but that's a little bit of a twist, a late twist here at Donington Park with Scott Davley up to 4th place, and that's an excellent position for the American driver. 5th, Chris Russell, also doing a nice job recovering from being one of the main actors in that opening lap mayhem. Chris recovers back into a top 5 position. Alonso Afonso, Jorge Jesus down into 6th, 7th is Kev Allen, 8th Jambo, 9th Stuart Brand. That hasn't really changed over the last few laps. 10th is now Frankie, 11th is Chris Winstanley, as Diogo Silva enters his last lap of the race, and that was a very good performance indeed. He just needs to hold it together for one more lap, and he's going to score his 4th victory of the season. That's going to be tied with Darren Head in number of victories, and of course he's going to gain 10 points from the British driver, and getting closer to the championship lead. He still has a few corners to go, but he's doing a great job here to keep the car in one piece. Simon Allen is in 3rd place, so the top 3 in the championship finish in the top 3 in the race. In fact, make it, well, not the top 4, because Alonso Afonso was in 4th place, but now he's down to 6th. As we are in the last lap of this race, we had quite an entertaining race, and we look forward to race 2, round 7. That will be race 14 just after this, as Diogo Silva negotiates the last few corners, and he's going to win. He's got 1 corner to go. He's taking it easy now, and he's going to see the checkered flag with the Caterham. Not the first time that he wins with this car. He won in the 2020 season in Zolder. And here comes Diogo Silva to take the check flag. Diogo Silva wins. Diogo Silva wins. Nice performance there ahead. Also nice performance, led half of this race, finishes in second place, which is pretty good for his championship ambitions. Third is Simon Allen, very quick but a little bit delayed, but that opening lap incident. Fourth is going to be Scott Davely, and that's if I am not mistaken his best result of the season so far. Here comes Scott to take the checkered flag, and that's a good result for him. Chris Russell also in a top 5 position. Nice work there for Chris. Sixth was Alonso Fonso. Seventh is going to be Cav Allen, and look at that, Jumbo is almost catching Cav Allen there. Oh no, Cav Allen actually has overtaken Alonso Fonso. I'm sorry, Cav Allen into 6th place, Alonso Fonso in 7th. 8th was Jumbo, 9th Stuart Brandt. So something must have happened to Jorge Jesus on the last lap, as he lost a position to Cav Allen that has had a discreet race, but still 6th place is a good result indeed. And here comes Frankie to take a top 10 position. Nice to see him back in the top 10 in this championship. 11th is going to be Dale Taylor. That was a little bit of a twist there, because he managed to get the position back from Chris Winstanley, that finishes in 12th place, with Barry Evans completing the finishers. It has been an incredible race here at Donington Park with the Caterham. We look forward to seeing more in race 2, and again it's going to be a battle between Diogo Silva, Darren Head, Simon Allen, Cav Allen, Scott Davely, Chris Russell, and Jorge Jesus seem to be the strongest cars and drivers around this circuit. More action soon, stay with us.